Well, hello there, guys. Happy Sunday and welcome to quarantine. I hope all of you are staying nice and healthy. We are playing Vikings Wolves of Midgard because we've got nothing better to do. Not allowed outside, everything's closed. Actually, the restaurant across the street from me is not closed, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be. Still, never mind. Yeah, I had a bit of a loose end. Got some
fortress in the deep
shut up.
spring.
Got some videos and coding, and I thought, why not have a little cheeky stream, huh? Just a little one. And actually, I quite like this game. I don't normally play this kind of thing, but this is actually kind of badass. It's not particularly hard. It's not particularly beautiful. It's not particularly in-depth and immersive, but it's just some good mindless fun for when you want to pass a little bit of time. Eat it, dog. Basically, you just wander around, you kill the things with the things, and the game progresses somehow. You're ridiculously OP, which is kind of a good thing. Oh, piss off. I haven't played this in a little while and I've already forgotten the controls. There we go. That's him dealt with. And it's full of sweet loot and so on, so I don't know, it's a good quarantine game, it's a good Sunday quarantine game. So actually this morning, the mayor's office here in Berlin finally did something, because I've been complaining all week that like all the countries around us have been, closing borders, telling people not to go to work, and Berlin just kind of carried on as normal. And at some point last week, the health minister and Merkel said, oh yeah, people are going to die. It's like 60 to 70% of the country is going to get the disease. Not much we can do. Bye. I thought that is the weakest leadership. Oh crap. Go away. No. Ah, that's something I forgot to mention. There is like exposure in this game. That little blue bar below my health, so you have to sort of get by a campfire to... You have to get by a campfire so that you don't freeze to death. And make sure you don't get decked by these assholes. That was actually a little trickier than it may have looked. To be honest, the game hasn't challenged me a huge amount so far, but it's still pretty early in. I think this is like the 5th or 6th mission. And as long as you remember to dodge, you're kind of alright.
I am invincible! For the old folk!
The voice acting is... it's a little cringe, if I'm honest. But I mean, there's definitely worse out there. Fuck off. And I've got to remember to look out for these little things, because sometimes the game sort of sends you back on yourself, which I don't like so much. Stop throwing stuff at me, it's super uncool. Helps if I aim in the right direction, really. stun abilities are really annoying. Forgot I had that ability. Yeah, buy gate. Right, what's this shooting fire at me? Am I supposed to destroy it? Sometimes also you get stuck on the terrain and it doesn't really make sense as to how and why that is. But you know, I'm prepared to forgive that. It's only an indie title. Like it's supposed to be the big AAA. Darling. Just try and kite him somewhere more useful. Oh shit. That's not where I want it to be. Well, at least the game's providing a challenge now. It's the stunning that really gets you, because the character's actually pretty OP. But once you get stunned, then obviously you lose all your ability to defend yourself, and that's when they get the damage in. Gives me that. The other thing is that the maps are constructed in kind of a... I mean, it's not a weird way, I suppose, but it just means there's quite a lot of backtracking, which usually is a sign of bad design. Because there's multiple paths, and if you want to complete the level properly, then you have to clear all the paths. Yeah, go away. Stop doing that. There we go. That red stuff I'm collecting is blood, and you use it for things, upgrades, and so on. Do you know, the whole time I thought these like fire pit things were aiming at me, but it turns out they really don't give a shit. They just sort of fire randomly. The map can be a little hard to read, insofar as sometimes there's paths that you don't know are paths, presumably by design. He's a little too fast for my liking. So it kind of feels like you're always, like it's always worth your time to have done all this stuff. So, try not to hate me, but And it kind of, I'm already smiling and laughing at myself a little bit for this. But I installed, and I'm not being paid to say this. So this is, don't worry, this isn't the start of me selling out to no one in particular. I installed Raid Shadow Legends on my phone. And it's exactly as I expected. It's actually quite well made, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to rip on it for looking crap or anything. It actually looks quite good. But it's the usual cash grab mobile nonsense. And I honestly don't know why we can't have a proper game on the mobile device. Like, they're so powerful now. The game actually looks quite good. It's pretty well made. What am I doing? Ah! This is the first time I've had a puzzle like this before. I can't actually see what I'm doing. Is it this one I need? Well, find out how to open. What? There's a hole there. Why can't I go through the hole? That's just stupid. Normally there's a really obvious sign as well about what you're supposed to do, but in this case apparently there's not. There's also a chest over there which tells me that there's another path round. This is also really buggy. Does that achieve anything? And presumably it has to be just one of them. Oh, well, fuck this noise. Let's go and explore more to make sure we don't miss out on anything. And maybe the answer presents itself. Oh, bite me. Whoa, get up. Just stop being so inconsiderate and just die. It's like super rude.
The enemies of the old form.
I got a leather girdle. Pretty badass. Now no one will know how fat I am. See, doesn't that look like a path? Ain't no path though. Okay, and that's taught me essentially nothing. Because I still don't... Oh, there's more down here. Is that... No, that's just a random source of light. this. See, also, like, most things in the background can be destroyed, and sometimes there's like rewards for doing that, but it doesn't look like it. I actually wanted to do some Warhammer 40k Inquisitor for you, but it's still installing, and it's also not very good. So I suppose that was a problem that solved itself then. Right, back we go. Let's see if we can't now get out of here. Do any of these behave any differently? Okay, that one wobbles. So does that tell me anything? That one also wobbles. So okay, I guess we have to play this stupid thing all the way through. There we go. The moment I become tangibly demoralised, the game caves in. Growling at me. Stop stunning me. Super uncool. And just shot his leg off. Yes, I want. Yeah, let's go for maximum health. Not that our health's particularly under threat.
You couldn't even scratch me.
Be nice if I could zoom out a little bit, just because it's a little hard to see what's coming up in front of you. I've got to make sure I go down all these little nooks and crannies. Someone is playing music outside. How nice for them. Oh, and there's that chest I saw before. Whoa, 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 chill out, mate. I don't know if any of this gear I'm getting is an upgrade on what I've got, but we're kind of doing okay as we are, I think. You're just going to endlessly throw out. That's fine, I can do this all day.
I cannot be stopped! Death to the enemies on the old fog!
Yeah, he couldn't get me that time. I always thought about doing Blood Bowl, but then I realised I'm not very good at it. So I'm not sure if it would necessarily be all that much fun for you to see. I mean, I don't mind being bad at games, I mean, I've made sort of a habit out of it, but... I don't want to flaunt my classical education or anything, but I'm not sure he should really be flailing that thing around when he's walking on a little sheet of ice.
I am invincible!
Right, I've got a lot of pathways I haven't explored, so... lots still to play for.
You couldn't even scratch me!
There are multiple character classes, so you don't have to play with a bow, like I do, but honestly, it feels like the way to go. It feels like the overpowered option.
I am invincible!
How many of these fucking things do I have to kill? There we go. Oh shit, there's two of them. Now I'm freezing to death. There was a campfire up here, though, I think. Oh, piss off. No! Get through your legs. Should be enough to stop me. Freezing to death for now. Almost got him. Nice. The levels are pretty vast in this thing, which I kind of see as a good thing. There's nothing I like less than being stuck on loading screens for half the time I'm playing. But also it just means the whole thing's one big power fantasy, which, you know, is also kind of cool for a Quarantine Sunday. No troll witch, no. Oh god, there's another one of those bastards up there. Oh, and there's one down here too. Stop shooting that into the wall. We'll take that as a victory, albeit a possibly short-lived one. Move on to the next guy, because I've used all my rage meter now. So normally that roundhouse kick knocks people back, but some of them are just a bit too big. Right, there was something else I saw around here. That's the other thing as well, you've got to remember what you see, because sometimes the fighting takes you away from it, and then we've done all the troll witches, so that's pretty good. But I was supposed to go home this month, but Edinburgh seems to be closed for business, so it kind of seems pointless. I hope all of you guys don't have any holidays booked or anything like that, because this sucks big time. Literally everything is shot, and even the people who normally deliver my pizza will not deliver. They will leave it outside the gate to the apartment complex, and I have to go down and get it myself. And you know, it will be stolen by the time I get down there. This is Berlin. It just will be nicked. So I'm living off backup supplies. I've got like frozen chicken and chapaghetti Korean noodles, like ramen. Ooh, a Dane axe. Shame I don't use axes, because that's pretty badass. Right, we'll heat it up. I'm going to go through the southern gate first, because we passed right by that and it looked a bit juicy. Jotun are kicking my ass. We're gonna need some better gear soon, or like a higher attack speed or something, because some of the point, I think, like the tipping point where I'm going to start taking a bit more damage than I'm feeling. Particularly if I keep walking into these crap holes. That's a terrible name for it, but I can't think of anything else to call them. The holes that keep crapping out enemies.
You couldn't even scratch me.
Okay, that actually is a secret path. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. I'm glad I tried, because I was on the verge of giving up. Oh, something purple. Purple usually is good. What I'm also waiting for, actually, is I've got really into like my Warhammer 40k stuff lately, and I want to do a playthrough of Chapter Master over on the YouTube channel. But that's a game that's going to require some learning. But I am looking forward to Mechanicus coming out on PS4. It's supposed to be out early part of this year. I don't know if all this coronavirus nonsense may interfere with that. Because you don't know who's working and who isn't, I suppose. But, take this off. But all I've seen of that makes me think it's awesome. It's got an XCOM kind of vibe, which is always right up my alley. That was weak. And one of the nice little touches they've put in, that is something that really appeals to me, is that when you put new kit on your guys, it's actually rendered in the game, so you can make them all kind of distinctive looking, and there's quite a lot of playstyles to spec into and so on. And you know, I like games that offer you that kind of flexibility, which this one, to be honest, doesn't. There's only 3 classes, and I'm guessing they all play pretty much the same, which is you run the bad man and you press X. Until the bad man lies down.
I cannot be stopped.
So now I've done that, we have to go all the way back again, and this is what I talk about with the backtracking. There's all these multiple paths, and you've got to clear them all out, and now I've got to walk all the way back to the way I came to head back to what I suppose must be the main objective, which isn't always delineated clearly in a way that tells you exactly which way you're supposed to be going. Is this a path? It looks like it should be, but it isn't. That would make far too much sense. One advantage of being off, though, is that I used to really enjoy cooking. I know that's a really lame thing to say, but I did. And now I've got right back into it, because I'm no longer like under the time pressure that I was with my commute and work and so on. I mean, I am working, but we're all working remotely, and I know how fortunate I am to be in that position, because a lot of people just don't have that luxury, and far too many people just aren't getting paid right now, which I know how bad that must be.
I am invincible.
But I'm trying to make the best of what's going on, and you know, I think we should all be doing that. So I'm trying to, you know, exercise a little bit more, eat a little bit better, all that really lame stuff that you never normally do because, you know, it sucks. Well, hello. See, look, that looks like a. I mean, that is a cave. It doesn't look like a cave. It is a cave, but I can't get in the cave. Game design. I've done my best as well to avoid all the panic buying nonsense. I'm quite proud of myself. I haven't been stockpiling too much. I mean, I usually have like a few tins kicking around anyway. And now I've just got an excuse to live off ramen if I need to. Alright, it's one of those guys. Getting done with exposure again. Well, that went about as well as I expected.
Death to my enemies.
Piss off. Okay, we're kind of doing alright now. got a lot of stuff to break down and sell though when I get out of here. That's also annoying. Like, I mean, it's good to have all the cool loot and stuff, but it does mean that you spend most of your time on inventory management, which... At least we know this is the final gate. Oh wow, this is the first time on my first attempt I've done all the things. Yeah, let's do the final arena. Prepare yourselves now for some
Who dares intrude?
delightful... Oh wow, you're a big girl.
Scully, deal with this in...
Hi, Grimnir.
Why is only one of her boobs
Pleasure.
wobbling? Oh, she's a bit too tough for my liking. Is that a dead guy in her arm? Yes, it is. I mean, at least Norse mythology is a good source to draw from. Is the health going down at all? Doesn't seem like it, does it? It's also kind of hard to tell when those things are going to drop on my head. I keep seeing like green numbers pop up on her, so she's gaining health from something. I think I need a stronger weapon as well. Actually better to take that first hit, to be honest. I may die in this. Yeah, I may actually die. stuck in that corner. Oh, she's gonna kill me. No, go away. Shit. God damn. It's actually intense.
Who dared Sky?
Hi, Grimnir.
I hope I'm not going to have to fight both of these assholes. I'm just spending most of my time dodging instead of firing. Still though, 8 out of 10 would bang. Get away. She's so fat as well, it's kind of hard when she's charging to move out of her way. Fuck off. I need to start using those more as well. And not get stuck on the terrain if I'm able. She can also change direction quicker than I can, which is a bit weird. Actually, maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I should actually get closer to her. Fuck off. Ah, shit. Well, hope you guys are keeping well. Join me next time when we'll do something else. Bye for now.